A real thriller. Janelle Monáe.
Oh fuck no. No.
Reset TV, what is happening? What is happening? It's your host, humbled host that gravitating away. Hey man, real quick man, about a week and change ago, well, close to a week, did any of y'all check out the Grammy performance by Janelle Monáe? I'm just curious, did any of y'all check that out? Keep in mind, my video will be about something else relating to Janelle other than that, yeah, spectacle she called a tribute to Quincy Jones, but yet our dear Michael Jackson caught a stray, man. 6 feet under, and he definitely caught a stray. Now, I don't want to lament too much on the performance, right? Because I'm sure you guys, those of you that has at least, saw the internet going nuts per usual. You got some folks giving her praise, but mostly people making jokes and going all the way in on her, man. I mean, it was bad. And I want to touch upon a few things, but I think it's important. You know, I play this video real quick. It's by Godfrey, and shout out to Godfrey, man. Godfrey every now and then, man, has one of the greatest takes about certain subjects involving the culture, etc., and I think this was one of them. Now, it wasn't so profound, it was to the point, but I'm gonna let him kickstart my reaction to all of this, funneling down into the core of what we're here to talk about. So without a further ado, let's drop Godfrey and his take on Janelle Monáe's performance and tribute to Quincy Jackson, but involving Michael catching a stray.
When she was dressed up in her little cute suits. I'm a Janelle Monáe fan. I think she's a really good actress too. Looks amazing on camera. I'm putting that out there first. But the fuck was that? Don't stop till you get enough. She was doing don't stop till you get enough. I think she should have stopped till she had enough. It just didn't look right. She was dancing like she was a crackhead, singing don't stop till you get enough. Crack. Don't stop till you get enough. Crack. Keep on smoking till you don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Crack. I mean, did you see what she was doing? It was weird with the white hair and it. Jackson. If you're gonna get a tribute to Michael Jackson, you gotta do it properly. That was just not good. That was subpar, and we should be able to critique shit when it's not done right.
Look, man, like Godfrey says, man, when we have those who are deemed our greatest for whatever reason, right? It's subjective what you think great is. But in the world of entertainment, music, showmanship, performer, Michael Jackson is elite of the elite. And as Godfrey said, man, it's okay for us to criticize. Because I think those of her around her team, right? If they had the testicular fortitude or the catitude, depending if there was male or female, to specifically call her out and say, hey friend, this ain't it. So if you're gonna kill me, if you're a big Janelle Monáe fan, it's my right to criticize, man, because I'm a bigger Michael Jackson fan, right? And that's my thing, man. Listen, people were going in on her. There were certain comments nobody wanted to keep to themselves, right? Rizzy over here says, why they got Janelle Monáe playing with Michael Jackson like this? Facts. Mitch says, Janelle Monáe threw off her jacket and Taylor Swift caught it to put on. Yeah, that just made my night. See, a couple of people actually liked it, right? But more bad comments though. Well, I wouldn't say bad, but more people attributing that performance, equating to something very terrible, right? Jackson Vixen says, out of all the female artists out there for this tribute, and they pick Janelle Monáe? Michael Babes, I'm so sorry. My sentiment there, and listen, if we're to keep it a buck, if you wanted it to be about a female performer, right, showing a tribute to Quincy Jones, but really to Michael, look, there's nothing wrong with that in my book, because end of the day, Michael transcended so many different barriers, right? It wasn't just us younger boys, you know, through many decades, right? Whether you're an older person now or younger, it's not just young boys, right, that were, even older males that were mimicking Michael, that were going through their emotional roller coaster with Michael of being a fan and wanting to do the dances like him. Because I don't know about y'all, for me in the 90s, man, we were all trying to do the moonwalk, trying to do all sorts of different dances, especially on that Smooth Criminal video. But I digress. There were so many females when I was growing up were mimicking Michael Jackson, right? They were equal the big fan that is of Michael like any other guy was. So if you were going to choose a female to represent this great moment, there were so many others y'all could have chosen. Like, forget the narrative that everyone is pushing that Chris Brown should have done it. I mean, who are we to say who should have done it, right? It's whoever was choosing and directing that, right? That's their prerogative. I don't mind if it was a female, but damn, not even Tiana Taylor. I mean, it's so many females I feel like would have been a student of the game, meaning really perfecting the craft. And as elite, I'm sorry, I can't even cheat y'all because I don't feel like this, but you know, there are those who are saying Janelle Monáe is elite talent. If y'all say so, I don't think she's elite talent. I do think what saved her career was going into this world where, and this is my subject matter, where her identity is in question. 1 minute she was this, her pronoun was that, and I'll have it up in the screen what she claims to be. It's really all over the place. She switches it all the time. And this was really a lovely young lady, man. Janelle was one of my crushes, man. Great body, sexy woman. That's not in dispute here. She is absolutely gorgeous. The girl is fine as hell, y'all. She is fine. But there's a confusion that's going on that I think we're witnessing, right, on full display publicly. And it's not just like a crisis situation dealing with identity. I also think she's a slave of the industry. And what I mean, when she crossed over, right, going into all of these different pronouns or whatever, I think it gave her more life, her career that is, because Janelle really wasn't hitting like that, y'all. Let's keep it real. She had some moments here and there, but she always has been a C-list celebrity to me, C-list artist in general. Great creativity, and I'm a fan of it. I like pushing the envelope to a certain degree. So I'm not somebody that's closed-minded and in a box. But Janelle, we're gonna leave this, you know, Michael Jackson thing alone and talk about some other areas. One particular core thing is you all of a sudden promoting this free love thing, as if the black community needs any more of that. Yeah, that's what she's pushing on out here, is this free love thing, which I think is an excuse to be a glorified 304. That's just me. I mean, even during the performance, if y'all caught Beyonce's facial expression, it was like, girl, what the hell you think you're doing? This ain't it, baby. Baby, check me out. This ain't it. And I just feel like she's been running around playing this open, you know, mindset, and showing it in reality that we can be as we are and do what we want. That's what she pushes, right? I can do whatever I want. And one particular comment, I really wanted to read this. During an interview with Rolling Stone, she says, being a queer black woman in America, someone who has been in relationships with both men and women, I consider myself to be a free ass mother effer. That's Janelle Monáe in a nutshell for y'all. Whatever that means, you feel me? Again, I presume that to be a glorified 304, right? To do what you want does not sound like anything classy, especially not the woman that came at her inception and introduction to the world as this artist, right? I thought she had all the potential to be bigger than what she is, not this freak show that's been really crashing out low key. And I know some people are probably gonna eat me up in the comment section, pause about it, but it's true, y'all. It's definitely true. I mean, this was Michael Jackson, first of all, and I forgot to even touch on that. Like, Michael Jackson and his brothers had variety shows, you know, commercials, movies. They had their own cartoon show. Michael himself is an international acclaim like no other. Jackson 5 as well, right? But for this man to be revered as he is, and you choose a song like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, 1979 Michael, man, off the wall. Come on, man. After a while, somebody gotta stand up and say something like, yo, that was foul play, man. Flag on the play. What the hell you doing? Janelle, they gave you a lot of passes for all of them topless moments you had. And shout out to India Arie, man. Shout out to India Arie, who ate you up. Y'all don't remember the 2024 Essence Fair situation with Meg Thee Stallion and Janelle Monáe going out there doing all type of foolishness, and then they got checked? Well, I love when India Arie, right? And I'm sorry, this was 2023, y'all, but when India Arie came out and called it out, because a lot of these folks y'all idolize, right? That's a part of that system. And I'm sure to a certain degree, maybe India was, but she proved she was, you know, not somebody to go for that whole Hollywood shtick of showing your ass if you want to sell tickets. She stayed true to herself, right? Well, she came out and she called that out, man, because Janelle Monáe and Meg was losing their mind. Something like the Essence, come on, y'all. Every platform we had that had some type of cachet, some type of self-respect, has been held hostage to give women like Janelle and Meg a stage where they can do all the degeneracy they want, all the vulgarity, and it was nothing but young females out there, young people in general, right? Older people, because it's really attracting older folks, but a lot of people brought their families with them. Their young daughters is what we're gonna focus on. Well, India Arie, and I know I'm ranting and I know I'm going on, but hear me out. India Arie came out with all the bravado and called that shit out, man. She said the issue is, what is context? Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in a stage? And I know she meant on a stage. No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, you certainly have that right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export out, I know she means our, but she put out music, but our music, to show us in a respectful light. I'd like to go on the record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me, LOL, I don't care. And I do this. For 25 years, I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't. And I felt that. And you can tell she was very passionate and heated about it, because I see all the typos. I already know how that goes. But that's what I'm talking about. I love that when India stood up. You feel me? Because she wasn't going for it, man. You're half naked all the damn time, Janelle. Half naked all of a sudden, by the way, because you was not like that all the time. Now you're half naked promoting it as free love and free of myself. All the excuses, once again, to be a glorified 304. In the essence, man, fair in the show, man, y'all had all them kids over there and you showed your breasts. Like, that was cool. Like, that was cool. And it's usually black women that are the first, right? if someone like India Ari or somebody like me or anybody else that speaks up against it, it be black females, the same one that begs for respect, that shouts at their lung that they're being disrespected. They're the first one to co-sign this bullshit. They're the first ones to do it. Well, guess what? Janelle used to, you feel me, stand up with pride and honor. Janelle, right, used to speak against this stuff. She's even receiving backlash for a resurfaced interview about showing young girls another way, right? Back in a May 2013 interview where she said she was purposely keeping her clothing on to show young women a different way. I repeat, back in 2013 in an interview, she said she was purposely keeping her clothes on to show young women a different way. During the interview, Monáe stated, "People don't ask Jay-Z to take his shirt off when he rhymes. Showing my skin is not what makes me sexy. It was up to me to show people and young girls there was another way." Well, friends, that did not age well. Let me tell you how this game of Hollywood worked, and we're gonna go to the conclusion. This is how the game works, man. These people come out very rebellious, right? Very MLK-like, very wanna be Martin Luther King-like. Sorry, even Malcolm X-like. But eventually, when their careers ain't going anywhere, some of them, if not many of them, cave into the pressures, cave into the almighty dollar, the agenda of the world that they're in, which is Hollyweird. That's what goes on, folks. This is the same woman that went off on Nelly, calling them all type of names just because Nelly performed for your boy Donald Trump. Now, you don't gotta like Donald Trump. You don't even gotta root for him, but I think it's anybody's right to perform for who they want, getting a bag or not getting a bag. But could you imagine a woman like her who runs around half naked, going topless everywhere, all of a sudden, by the way, in the last few years, because she wasn't always like that. A woman who wants you to respect her pronouns and all of this stuff, but she had no respect for Nelly standing on his square to perform and do what he want. Now, Nelly ain't no Martin Luther King. Nelly ain't out here pushing to be an activist or nothing. As far as I'm concerned, he can do what the hell he wants. But could you imagine being criticized by somebody like Janelle Monáe? This is why I told y'all in the beginning of this video, it was something more important I wanted to touch on other than her horrible tribute to Michael Jackson. Y'all can keep telling me it was for Quincy Jones, but I saw her butchering Don't Stop Till You Get Enough by Michael. It was bigger than that. This is a woman that's literally crashing out in public, y'all. And it's a crisis that a lot of our artists, specifically black artists, go through in particular. But I'm going to again specify this is about what mostly black females go through. You see the Sexy Reds, the Cardi B's. You see all the Asia Doll. I mean, I could go on and on, but you see what's going on, right? Meg is the princess of the world, and I think whatever Tory did or didn't do on her big giant foot, I think whatever he did or didn't do to her helped save her career, because she already was crashing out. That's Meg Thee Stallion I'm talking about. But I'm just using her as an example of what happens when they get desperate. It's almost like when them album sales are low, they go more naked. They go more loose. There's no self-respect anymore. Y'all heard that 2013 Janelle? She was basically saying she was here for young girls, so they don't have to go through the path of showing their skin, being disrespected for sexuality other than their talent and creativity. Well, you caved in, Janelle. And then you try to mask it under the idea that, you know, I could come out here publicly about what pronouns I choose and being a free spirit to pretend that there's a reason why you're doing that, right? So you could champion the whole concept of somebody pushing to promote women power, but in the same breath, you're promoting women degeneracy. What y'all think about all of this in the comment section? I would like to know, man, because Janelle always been an interesting character for me because I've always thought she was gorgeous. I've always thought she had great potential, but I saw the weird stuff happening. I didn't question it. Even with this whole Michael Jackson horrible performance fiasco, for me, it was always this woman is literally crashing out in public. And she's another example and representation of what Black Hollywood looks like. But push this video, share this video, look out for me because I really want to reach folks out there. I really hope my platform, you know, is a representation of what it's called. We need a reset.